That's the truth about it. No? So he decided to surrender to end the, what you call this, not to worsen the situation further. May namatay na, marami nang nasugatan, yung kanyang cathedral na desecrate na, yung kanyang yung GMC na turn into a mining operation na, no? Marami ng mga sasakyan ng affiliate companies at maski walang kinalaman na confiscate na, no? So sabi niya, this has to end, and he had to explain to his leaders, no? So yun, it was really a surrender. Hindi po yung, maski naman po yung PNP ay nag-acknowledge po niyan, no? We operationalized yung na pag-usapan namin, kasi ang tumulong talaga namin noon, no? At saka hanggang ngayon si General Silo, no? And yung mga niya, mga sabi niya sa amin, no? Kasi matino na tao at honorable to si General Silo. General Silo trusted him, but of course, since he is a member of the PNP, we had to eto, katotohanan lang talaga, we had to contact the Philippine Army, no? And meron pong nag-go-between sa amin, yung akin pong gwapo na kliyente, yung gobernador po ng Davao del Norte, and then he nagpatulong ako sa kanya, and he was able to connect me to the ISAF po, yung ISAF, no? Ito, I have to tell the truth. Pasensya na po sa ISAF kasi ayaw sana nila ma-mention, pero kailangan malaman ng taong bayan. Kasi si Pastor, ang trust po niya sa AFP, no? So, yun, nagkita kami ng mga opisyal ng what you call this, ng ISAF, and then si Colonel Cabading, si Colonel Ruiz, and then ang napag-usapan kasi hindi talaga po pwede na yung arresting officer ay yung maggawa ng mga paperworks ay AFP. So we had to contact yesterday, si Colonel Ruiz had to contact General Macapas po. And then General Macapas had to coordinate with what you call this, with the higher ups, no? And General Francisco, no? And then meron pa siya mga tinawagan po. So yun na po ang nangyari. We had to wait for the yung aeroplano C-130 from Manila, kasi tinawagan ni Colonel Ruiz yung what you call this, yung aeroplano, yung kanyang boss po, at who was also a very good man, no, or who is very good man, at nakarating po dito. Alam ko ayaw nila sabihin ito, pero pasensya na po, kailangan sabihin kaya para malaman ng taong bayan yung katotohanan. And then yun na, pumasok na kami sa loob, at nag-usap si General Macapas and Colonel Ruiz dun sa loob together with me, kay Pastor, at umalis kami sa compound at sumakay ng C-130 at papunta po sa Camp Crame. Ang isang usapan sana ay ayaw na namin ng away. Gusto lang namin media blackout sana, kay para malagay sana in proper perspective. But then again, nag-request si General Macapas for just one picture para ma-submit naman sa kanyang higher ups, no? And nagpa-unlock po kami doon sa nasa aeroplano na kami before mag-take off, no? Isang picture lang. So pinadala ni General Macapas sa kanyang head po, no? So si General Marbil ata yun, kasi parang nandun ata sa United Arab Emirates. So pinadala. So while we were about to take off, katabi kasi kami ni Pastor, nakapag-usap kami, and yun nga, sinabi niya, hindi ko na talaga matiis yung kanyang mga miyembro sa kanilang mga sufferings, and he did not want the lawless violence to expand further. And he wanted to end it, and he wanted to do the ultimate sacrifice. So after September 7, I don't know how he did it. Pumasok siya doon, and then he met his he met his leaders, no. So as to how he did it, hindi na ako nagtanong po kasi hindi kami makipag-usap masyado kay nasa gilid ko si General Macapas, no. Sunod kasi kami sit down po doon sa malaking C-130. First time ko po sakay ng C-130. So yun, ang buong katotohanan po ay hindi po siya naaresto. Ilang beses na po bumabalik-balik sa Senate investigation. Na-emphasize ko nga na ang paborito na i-inspect na since day one, noong August 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, yung Bible School, no? At saka yung SMNI Studio, yung JMC, at saka yung Cathedral. Pero hindi talaga nila nakita si Pastor. So, nung pagbalik niya, noong September 7, doon kami sa likod, no? Nagkita po ni Pastor. Yun po ang buong katotohanan po.
Attorney, last follow-up para makapag-interact po sa inyo, si Brother Admar at si Brother Franco. So hindi totoo na nagtago si Pastor sa bunker at tunnel, at hindi totoo na gumawa ng tunnel at bunker the way it is now being presented nila, na tama daw na nagkalkal, nagbungkal, gumawa ng illegal na pagkubkob at illegal na mga gawain at naging minero ang mga pulis. And huling bahagi ng tanong ko na yon ay hindi alam ni Nick Torre all along na nandun na si Pastor sa loob, na nagkakaroon na ng proseso ng surrender, and up to the final moment na siya po ay nasa custody na ng authority ng AFP at PNP, Nick Torre and Abalos were out of the picture all along. Tama po ba ang aming kuha?
Ayun po ang katotohanan, no? Kasi kung sasabihin niya na ang totoo talaga, maski nga nung nag-uusap na kami ng ISAP at saka ni General Macapas, no? Initially, hindi pa po niya alam. Nung naset na, of course, si General Macapas had to call him, no? So, kasi siya yung, doon pa lang niya nalaman. Pero, even during that time, maski si General Macapas, hindi alam mismo kung saan talaga doon, no? Until we get inside. Honestly, hindi ko rin talaga alam kung saan mismo doon sa compound, kasi yesterday morning ko lang nalaman na nandun siya sa compound, and nagbalik siya doon sa compound, and si General Macapa, si Colonel Ruiz, no, nandun lang sa Anipay, no, hindi namin alam yung specific location niya. Nung pagpasok lang namin sa KOJC, no, doon pa nga kami sa King's Chow muna. It was only later yung paalis na kami, no, nung nalaman namin kung saan yung specific location niya. So kung ano man yung nabalita, no, hindi po totoo. Kasi kung totoo yan, no, kung totoo yan na may tunnel, yung nagsabi niyan would be clearly in bad faith. Kung alam niya kung saan ang location ni Pastor, bakit ka nag-tunnel doon sa GMC several meters away from from the exact location of Pastor Apollo Siquibolo, only when he allowed himself to be picked up, no? Nag-choose kasi ng location si Pastor where he would like to be picked up, no? So, at saka yung tunnel nga niya na hinukay for how many days, wala ngang nakitang labyrinth of tunnels underneath, no?